It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Whoop. Trying to be festive, man. Lame. Greetings and salutations to all, and to all a good night. No, not Christmas yet. Greetings to all. I am the hostess with the mostest, the Honorable Lizzie. You guys, I just want to say thank you for all the love that you all have given to the first video of the Shop Around the Corner reaction. I was not expecting as much love as it has gotten so far. And to all of you who have subscribed to the channel, I thank you for that as well. If you didn't know, I did a community poll as to figure out which movie I was going to react to next, because a lot of you in the comments were giving me fantastic suggestions for the Christmas season, and I noticed a lot of people were either saying Miracle on 34th Street or Remember the Night. So I took a poll, and guess what we're doing today? Today, we are going to watch the original Miracle on 34th Street from 1947. Now, I said in the Shop Around the Corner reaction, I saw the Richard Attenborough version from, what, 1995, 94? And I was a wee lass, and I don't remember squat. I do know the premise of the movie to an extent. I know that it is a gentleman who is Santa, and of course nobody believes that he is Santa. And that's about all I know. I'm not going to waste any time with a super long intro. Just, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave comments of movie suggestions. If you don't know, this is a channel where we're going to be reacting to movies from the golden age of Hollywood. So we going old school over here, you know what I'm saying? That was terrible. We're going to go right into it. Dun dun dun! Ooh, 20th Century Fox. I'll stop. Maureen O'Hara. I've heard her name before. Miracle on 34th Street. Natalie Wood. Okay, I do know Natalie Wood. Well, I know of her. I don't think I've seen anything with her in it. Oh, look at that little display. Hello. Oh, look at him.
You've got them mixed up.
Mixed up?
You're making a mistake with the reindeer.
Sir. Disgruntled retail employee. We're closed.
Serious mistake.
Do tell.
With the reindeer, I mean.
Wrong order?
You've got Cupid where Blitzen should be.
Oh.
And Dasher. He
He looks so jolly. I mean, I know, obviously, who he's supposed to be playing, but they picked a good actor. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I forget that how old the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is. Because it's not going to be much longer until we have the 100th parade.
You three, you're on the pirate boat, and you follow the band.
Something's got to be done. That rubber-dub-dub 3 men in a...
Did she say that they're on the pirate boat? They look like clowns. I missed something. Oh! He's not cracking the whip right! Oh, he's all wrapped up. Bless him. Oh.
Don't mind if I show you, eh?
Quite simple. I have never tried cracking... Ooh. Never tried cracking a whip before.
Cold, a man's gotta do something to keep warm.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Refuse to have you malign me in this fashion.
You tell him, Santa.
Could you tell me who's in charge here?
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
It's not fit to receive
What are
my
you doing out of costume? Now get back and get dressed. Oh, no.
Yes, it's disgraceful.
Oh.
Stop that. What do you
A
mean
lot
by drinking?
worse
You
than
know
I
it's
thought.
not. Buddy, Julian, get some black coffee. Plenty of it.
Yes, Miss Walker.
I don't drink, so does coffee kind of help reduce the drunkenness?
Absolutely shameful.
'Tis shameful, sir.
Could you be Santa Claus? Have you had any experience?
No, I...
Oh, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Oh, well, the children mustn't be disappointed.
Yes, think of the children. Oh, they're just going to take it right off of him right as he's passed out. Well, if he wasn't cold before, he's going to be now.
I'm glad he was there. Just think if Mr. Macy had seen the other one.
Mr. Macy? Like the... Wait.
Mrs. Walker!
It's not hers, but she might feel like needing it later. It's stressful to organize big events like, especially the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Santa Claus is coming down! Bum, 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 bum. I like a good old marching band.
Susan!
What's that Mr. Gailey who lives in the front apartment?
Mr. Galing? Is this potential love interest for the mother?
Looks like they're having a little trouble with the baseball player. He certainly is a giant, isn't he?
Not really. There are no giants, Mr. Gailey.
In olden days, there were a lot of...
She's like, I'm not falling for that,
What
sir.
about the giant that Jack killed?
Jack? Jack who?
Jack and the Beanstalk!
Jack and the Beanstalk.
I never heard of that.
What?
I don't know any fairy tales.
Your mother didn't raise you right. Sorry.
I never met my father. You see, my father and mother were divorced when I was a baby.
I was thinking death.
Won't you have a cup of coffee? You must be half frozen
Oh,
standing
don't
out.
bother.
Oh, it's no bother. It's all ready.
Well, in that case, thanks.
I don't want coffee, I want hot chocolate.
Very fine. But I also want to meet you.
Mmm.
The surest way to meet the mother is to be kind to the child.
What a horrible trick.
I was gonna say.
He's much better than last year's. At least this one doesn't wear glasses.
What's wrong with Santa wearing glasses? I always like him when he's got some glasses.
She doesn't believe in Santa Claus either. No fantasies of any kind.
Wow. Curiosity, did any of you grow up knowing Santa Claus, believing in Santa Claus? I did. I stopped believing when I was about 9 or 10. And then I found out the truth.
The acrobats were good.
They ought to be at those prices.
Couldn't we invite Mr. Gailey? Couldn't we?
Share the turkey!
Oh, don't even think about it. I'll have a sandwich or something.
No, 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 no.
I'm sure Mr. Gailey has other plans.
No, he hasn't.
Kids will tell it like it is.
Did I ask all right?
Susie, honey, you asked just right.
Oh,
You worked.
Yes.
it worked. She's so cute.
All right with me. As a matter of fact, it was
She's chewing bubblegum while practicing the piano. Oh, goodness me, how adorable.
Of all kinds.
Holy cow, that is a huge... Whoa, 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 whoa. It's a huge crowd of people. I know that there's always a large crowd during the parade, but sometimes I don't realize how many people.
Yes. I've had it for years. And years.
Sure makes a buck. Yeah, I play Santa Claus over at the Y near our block, see? Started about
Aw.
3 years ago. They
3
had a
years ago.
costume, but, well, it didn't have no padding, and since I carry my own padding around with me, I got the job, see?
Oh.
I like to watch their faces get that Christmas look all of a sudden. It makes me feel kind of good and important.
Oh. I like him. He's sweet.
Now, things that we're overstocked on. Now, you'll find that a great many children will be undecided as to what they want for Christmas. When that happens,
I understand when you're trying, as a business, to sell your stuff, sell your inventory, and all of that, but, you know, as a retail worker, there are times where I just don't, because I know the product. Nobody's gonna, I don't know. And as a customer, I don't want people pushing it in my face. I'm like, I will decide if I want it.
I won't do it in the house. I'll only do it in the backyard. I promise.
Well, Peter, I can tell you're a good boy. You'll get your fire engine.
Oh, thank you.
It's because he's Santa.
You can get those fire engines at Schoenfeld's on Lexington Avenue. Only $8.50, a wonderful bargain.
Macy, sending people to the store. Are you kidding me? I just don't get it.
I see where he could get in trouble, because yes, I know that there's a lot of stores where they don't want you to send customers to their competition.
Quite good enough. You go to Gimbel's. They'll have exactly what you're looking for, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Yep, not what your store manager wants to hear.
Imagine a big outfit like Macy's putting the spirit of Christmas ahead of the commercial. It's wonderful. From now on, I'm going to be a regular Macy customer. All right.
Aha.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sometimes it's not pushing the product, it's how you treat the customers.
This seems awfully silly, Mr. Gailey.
we'll say hello to Santa
Look at
Claus.
her
Why?
cute little bonnet hat. Oh my goodness. Her little plaid jacket. She's so cute.
I'm Santa Claus. Oh, you don't believe that, do you? I'm really Santa Claus. Oh,
She's got I don't know about that. Ow, she pulled it hard.
me to bring you for Christmas.
Nothing, thank you.
Oh, come now, you must want
Nothing?
something.
Whatever I want, my mother will get for me.
Ah,
This is all very
the teddy bear is really cute. Sorry, distracted.
His whiskers are real, too.
Yes, dear, many men have lost.
Yeah, but there's not too many men who can grow like a good Santa beard. Like there are some guys that perfect choices for a Santa Claus. Where are you going, dear Susan?
Fairy tales, they grow up considering life a fantasy instead of a reality. Keep waiting for Prince Charming to come along.
Yeah, because sometimes reality sucks, and I would prefer to stay in the fantasy land every now and then.
I must ask you to respect my wishes regarding Susan.
Fair enough.
I must bring her up as I see fit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. She is her mother, and you're just potential boyfriend/husband material, so there you go.
Thank you.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Look at all the cute little outfits on these kids. I
Hello,
can't.
young lady, and what's your name?
I'm sorry she doesn't speak English. She's Dutch.
Dutch. Oh, is this equivalent? I know there's a scene in the 90s version where it's a deaf girl, and this is a Dutch girl, because I imagine back then they weren't as aware of, like, sign language and stuff.
Hallo, ik ben blij dat je gekomen bent.
She got no front teeth.
Santa Claus.
Cutie!
Krypen.
Natuurlijk. Zeg maar wat je zou willen hebben, van Sint-
I have no subtitles.
Ik heb van alles. Ik wil alleen maar...
Someone translate for me if you speak Dutch. I
I
don't know what they're saying.
Sinterklaas kapoentje, geef het in mijn schoentje, geef het in mijn laarsje. Dank u Sinterklaas.
Danke Santa Claus. I know danke. That sounds like thank you in German.
Would you please tell her that you're not really Santa Claus?
He's not going to do that.
Well, I'm sorry to disagree with you, Mrs. Walker, but not only is there such a person, but here I am to prove it. Where did you get such a lovely outfit?
Here at Macy's, we get 10% off.
Only 10% off? I felt like she would get something a little higher being in whatever her level is. Space. I mean, at this point, just stop trying to, force him to lie to her. And, if she wants to believe, let her believe. As old as my tongue and a little bit older than my teeth. That's a cute way to say your date of birth.
Yes. Mr. Macy wants to see you immediately.
Mr. Macy is asking for you.
Hello, Mrs. Walker.
Hello, Miss Walker.
My seat. Sit over here.
I've just been telling these gentlemen...
It's very kind of them all, offering her a seat.
Now to continue, gentlemen. I admit that on the face of it, this...
The panic.
Imagine Macy's Santa Claus sending customers to Gimbals. Oh, but gentlemen, you cannot argue with success. Look
Ah.
at this. Telegrams, messages, telephone calls, the governor's wife, the mayor's wife.
Wow.
Over a tremendous and immediate response to a merchandising policy.
It's how you treat the customer.
Store to do precisely the same thing. If we haven't got exactly
Wow.
what the customer wants, we'll send him where he can get it.
I highly doubt any CEO would do that nowadays. If they do that, God bless.
I want to thank you two again, and in your Christmas envelopes, you'll find a more practical expression of my gratitude.
Ooh.
Thank you.
And now she knows that she can't fire him because the boss of the boss of the boss is super pleased.
He just assumed it was our idea, so I didn't... What's the matter?
I fired him.
I don't care if he thinks he's the Easter Bunny. You've got to get him back.
He's insane, I tell
Oh,
you.
just leave him be.
Just have...
But maybe he's only a little crazy, like painters or composers or some of those men in Washington. We can't be sure until he's been... Mr. Macy will have us examined
Yes.
and fired.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose we ought to be sure.
But first, get that Santa Claus back. The examination won't be worth a thing without the patient.
Well,
Keep you on by all means.
Oh, well, thanks. That's... For the past 50 years or so, I've been getting more and more worried about Christmas.
yeah.
Seems we're all so busy trying to beat the other fellow in making things go faster and look shinier and cost less that
You have
Christmas and
no
I are sort of getting
idea.
lost in the shuffle. Christmas isn't just a day. It's a frame of mind. And that's what's been changing. That's why I'm glad I'm here. Maybe I can do something about it.
Oh, we do it with all our employees.
A mental examination.
He knows.
Well,
Oh, I don't mind. I've taken dozens.
I was just gonna say, he's probably in the past been accused before and has to...
How many days in the week? 7? Muscular coordination test.
She...
No damage to the nervous system.
Who was the first president of the United States?
George Washington.
I'm conducting this examination. How much is 3 times 5?
15.
Same as it was before. 15.
Why is he so
You're rather
nervous?
nervous, aren't you?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Are you happy at home, Mr. Sawyer?
That will be all, Mr. Kringle. The examination.
Don't be so rude.
Thank you.
You're a doctor. You're supposed to have some sort of professionalism.
And it may interest you to know that I've been happily married for 26 years.
Really?
Yes.
Agnes, how many times have I told you not to bother me at the office?
That is your wife, sir.
If that fat, stupid brother of yours would get a job, you wouldn't have to be pestering me all the time.
Then you are not happily married, sir. You have some issues.
Look at the way he carries that cane. And he's never without it.
Yeah, 'cause he's an old man.
But you asked for my opinion, and I've given it to you.
Yeah, but you are very crotchety and cantankerous. I don't like him.
Speaking of delusions.
Yes.
now we're right back where we started.
No, we're not.
If there's the slightest possibility of us becoming violent or getting into any trouble, I couldn't
Possible trouble could he get into?
for a policeman to ask him his name. A big argument, clang, clang, Bellevue.
Well, yeah.
If someone was within, they could steer him away from any trouble.
You mean sort of take custody of him? Do you think he'd agree to that?
I'll talk to him. I'm sure he will.
Let's see. Who could rent him a room?
You?
Say, I have an idea.
What?
We always have martinis before dinner. I'll make them double strength tonight. I'll bet after a couple of them, she'll be more receptive to the
I
idea.
thought he meant for
Chris is
Kris
through work at
Kringle.
6
I was like,
o'clock.
excuse
I'll not
you?
be
If I am willing to let my wife have a big headache in the morning, the least you can do is to have a little headache tonight.
I'm not really sure if that's a fair trade, but okay.
What sort of games do you play with the other children in the apartment building here?
I don't play much with them. They play silly games.
Lie.
Like today, they were in the basement playing zoo and all of them were animals. And he said, only animals allowed here. Goodbye. So he came upstairs.
She doesn't really have much imagination.
Of course, in order to play it, you've got to have an imagination.
Yeah, she doesn't really have one.
Know what the imagination is?
Oh, sure. That's when you see things, but they're not really there.
No, dear, that's more hallucinations. I used to play pretend. Play pretend. I used to play pretend a lot, and when I was a kid, certain dinosaur movies were out, so there were a few times where I used to pretend that I was a dinosaur.
How would you like to have a ship all to yourself that makes daily trips to China? And in the afternoon, fly south with a flock of geese.
She's like, that sounds fantastic!
You tell him you're a monkey.
But I don't know how to be a monkey.
I wouldn't want to be a monkey. Zoo animal. I would probably want to be... probably a cheetah. I love cheetahs. Or a panda.
And you let over your teeth.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
A lawyer, I want to open my own office.
Oh, a lawyer.
Put your tongue up front of the teeth.
I was going to say, he's not going to be too concerned.
What's going on here?
Oh, we're just having our first lesson in pretending.
Oh, Mr. Kringle, Mrs. Walker just happened to mention that they're looking for a room for you here.
I knew it!
I'm all alone in my apartment. If you'd like to move in with me, I'd be only too happy to have you.
Well, that's awfully nice of you.
You could.
That's very nice of him.
Give me a chance to really talk things over with her. Scratch it. You're not...
Blah, 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 blah.
I can see.
Just a moment. Mrs. Shellhammer wants to talk to you.
Uh-oh. Is she...
I've made the martinis triple strength.
Oh, no. Just quit getting your wife drunk. Oh, she's got the receiver upside down. Whoops.
Thank you, darling.
Wow, she's feeling pretty good.
Hello.
Oh, mercy. I feel like there's a little too much of tripling the martinis.
Come and stay with us. I think it would be simply charming.
Charming.
And they have the loveliest room, and they'd be so happy if you'd stay with them.
Thank
And
you
now
very
he's gonna-
much, but I'm going to stay with Mr. Gailey.
Yeah.
Mr. Gailey.
Yeah. He's like, I regret nothing.
Christmas, something you haven't even told your mother about, eh?
And she's chewing gum again. Oh my goodness.
Don't you give me a chance?
Better spit that out before you go to bed. What is it?
That's what I want for Christmas.
You mean a doll's house like this?
No, a real house.
Oh.
If you're really Santa Claus, you can get it for me. And if you can't, you're only a nice man with a white beard, like Mother said.
No.
Do with a house like this?
Live in it.
Live in it. That's what I was just thinking. Live in it.
Well, it's a tall order. But I'll do my best.
I will cry if that does. I have a feeling it's going to happen, and I will probably. I'll try not to cry. I love the actor that they have for Santa Claus. He is just so lovely. Girl, spit your gum out! Good night, Irene. Who let the child put that gum in her mouth before bed? Oh, she didn't throw it away. She's saving it for later. ABC gum.
You like living in Manhattan?
Well, it's all right.
I like visiting Manhattan. I don't plan on living there anytime soon.
Take care of Susie if you'll take care of her mother.
It's a deal.
Oh.
Ready?
Oh, no.
Tag team, go!
All my life I've wondered something, and now's my chance to find out. Does Santa Claus sleep with his whiskers outside or in?
Always sleeping them out. Cold air makes them grow.
Oh, cute.
We don't carry that brand, but I think Gimbals does. Let me
Is
see.
Gimbals... I'm gonna sound really stupid. Everyone, just bear with me. Is Gimbals still around? I'm gonna feel really stupid if that's like one of the major toy stores in New York that I have been in. Don't be mean.
That's a bit of money. What are you going to do with it?
Well,
Feed the reindeer.
I have a friend, a doctor. He's been very kind to me. He needs an X-ray machine.
It's going to be enough. I'd better give you some...
I'll make up the difference.
Buy it through the store and get 10% discount.
Helping your fellow man.
Doesn't your mother ever sing to you at night?
Why should she?
My mother sang me lullabies all the time before I went to sleep. Oh, I couldn't imagine not having that. I love hearing my mom sing.
Home again, jigga-jig.
Distracted by the gum.
Do you happen to have a spare piece?
Not the bubble gum. She's so mesmerized. Oh, I didn't see it. Oh no. Oh gosh, yeah, getting gum out of hair. Men who have had beards or have beards, has that ever happened to you? I imagine that is quite a pain to get out of your beard. Because I know I've gotten it in my hair before, and I hated it.
I don't feel like it.
Oh.
What is wrong?
Nothing.
Nothing means something.
Remember I was telling you how I like to play Santa Claus over at the Y on Christmas and give out packages to the young kids?
Did they fire you?
Well, I was telling that to Mr. Sawyer. Well, he says that's very bad.
You mean,
that's the one. Do it because when they was young, they must have did something bad. And they feel guilty about it.
Oh, poppycock.
It's what he calls a guilt complex.
Oh, he needs to butt out.
How old are you, Alfred?
17.
Oh.
17.
Wee lad.
He's been studying that stuff for a long time.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they're always right.
You mean you're going to him again?
No!
Oh, sure, I go every day for a little while after I finish my lunch.
No!
A few things have just come into my head, and I'm going to say them.
Yes. Please do, Mr. Kringle. Don't be planting ideas in a kid's head. I mean, teenagers are just as susceptible.
I have great respect for psychiatry and great contempt for meddling amateurs who go around practicing.
Oh!
The boy is definitely maladjusted, and I'm helping.
Oh, shut up.
Either you stop analyzing Alfred, or I go straight to Mr. Macy and tell him what a malicious, contemptible fraud you are.
Get out, I'll be thrown out.
I want to just...
Yes.
See, you're getting angrier because you know he's right. Oh no! Oh no, that's the thing that was going to get him in trouble. Oh, did he knock him out? Oh no!
No, better get a doctor.
Oh no, no.
You must have done something.
Oh my gosh, wow, that is a big bump.
Merely talking.
But the moment I mentioned Santa Claus, the moment I...
No, you are full of cruddy duds.
Telling him that I thought he was insane.
Well, you don't call this acting normal, do you?
Of course I don't.
Normal within reason. It's not like he didn't have a reason to whack you beside the head. Not saying he should have, but you deserved it.
Down at the City Hall, you and the mayor.
Good. Like to meet him.
He's made me so angry I can't even form words. I hate that guy. Ooh. This looks like... That looks like they filmed actually on a Manhattan street. Oh,
Hello.
That's right. He's a lawyer. I forgot about that.
Why, yes, we share an apartment together.
Yes, in view of his examination, I'm afraid I shall have to recommend commitment.
No. Since he's a lawyer, he's going to represent him and go to court and try to say, well, I don't know what they're going to say, that he's the real
Chris?
Santa.
Fred,
Look at him all slumped in his wheelchair.
you deliberately failed that examination, didn't you? Because the last few days I've had great hope. I had a feeling Doris was beginning to believe in me.
She didn't know anything about the taking pictures with the mayor. That was Sawyer's idea.
There's Mr. Sawyer. He's contemptible, dishonest, selfish, deceitful. He's called normal, and I'm not. But if that's normal, I don't want it.
Yes, with how some people are nowadays, how cruel that we treat each other, I don't want that to be normal.
Even if we can't win, we can go down swinging.
There you go.
I'll do everything I can, Chris.
Thanks,
Goodbye.
friend.
That's a lot of nonsense. Dangerous, my foot. I don't care if he failed 10 examinations. You had no right to do it.
Yes, Mr. Macy.
Yeah, you messed up, bud. Applicant certificate, Kris Kringle, mentally
Old man, huh?
Very old, Your Honor.
very, very old.
Mr. Gailey to see you, Your Honor. He represents Mr.
Yes,
Kringle.
talk to Mr. Gailey.
Your Honor, there seems to be undue haste in this case. I wish to protect my client's rights, as I'm sure you do.
Of course.
That man, I heard him say something about Mr. Kringle before.
None of your business.
His name is Gailey, Kringle's lawyer. Probably grabbed the case to get some cheap
Oh,
Publicity.
hogwash.
Oh, so you're Sawyer.
We're very anxious to avoid publicity of any kind.
Mr. Gailey's got that look on his face like, I want to punch you in the face so badly.
Publicity's just the way to do it. Thanks, Mr. Sawyer.
Backfired. Doctors doubt sanity of Santa who launched good. Kris Kringle crazy. Court case coming. Calamity cry. Kitties. Good use of alliteration.
Might. Let some judge handle it that isn't coming up for re-election. I can't
Oh,
do that.
brother.
Henry, listen. I'm no legal
Politics.
I'm an honest man, and nobody's going to hold it against me for doing my duty as I see it.
Oh, those kids are so cute. Look at the little
night,
curls
Jerry.
on her.
Good night, Ellen.
Cutie but snooties.
Big kiss for Grandpa.
I went to... Oh.
A fine way to treat their grandfather. No hug, no kiss.
You going to get Santa.
Blame them. Any man who puts Santa Claus on trial for lunacy.
Well, I mean... Yeah.
Please, I should like to call the first witness.
Who?
Mr. Kringle, will you take
Ah.
the stand?
That was quick.
You solemnly swear that the testimony you are about to give in the cause before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. Oh, I'll be glad to answer any questions that I can.
What is your name?
Kris Kringle.
Do you believe that you're Santa Claus?
Of course.
I intend to prove that Mr. Kringle is Santa Claus.
He's crazy, too.
And I promise you, if you believe in me and have faith in me, everything will...
Yeah, she's not...
You don't have any faith in me, do you?
It's not a question of faith, it's just common sense.
Faith is believing in things when common sense tells you not to.
This is true.
Don't you?
Go in and get Mother's scissors, will you? They're in the
The
bedroom.
skither.
I don't want you to discuss this case in front of him. It would break his
Yeah.
heart.
Wish I'd never gotten into this. But it's too late now, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Hello, Chris.
Alfred. I'm glad he came.
Your name?
R.H. Macy.
You are the owner of one of the biggest department stores in New York City. Do you believe him to be truthful?
Yes,
Do you believe him to be of sound mind?
I certainly do.
You really believe that this man is Santa Claus?
Well,
Macy admits that Santa Claus is a... No!
Well, he gives every indication.
I asked you, Mr.
Oh,
Macy,
was he
do
just
you really
thinking of the
believe that
headlines?
This man is...
I do. Psychologist. Where'd you graduate from? A correspondence career?
Uh-huh.
You're fired.
Yes! Thank you, Mr. Macy.
You go back and tell him that the New York State Supreme Court rules there's no Santa Claus. It's all over the papers.
And then you...
The kids read it.
I
and
was
they
going to
don't
say,
hang up
you
their...
ruined the lives of millions of children.
Can he produce any evidence to support his views?
Will Thomas Mara please take the stand?
Who, me?
Thomas Mara, Jr.
Oh, his son. Oh my goodness, he's so cute.
Hello, Daddy.
Oh, he's so cute. I mean, like I said, you can't crush a child's belief in, you know, I mean...
You know the difference between telling the truth and telling a lie, don't you?
Gosh, everybody knows you shouldn't tell a lie, especially in court.
Yes, very wise.
Do you believe in Santa Claus, Tommy?
Sure I do.
What does he look like?
There he is, sitting there.
Your Honor, I protest.
No! Shut up. Let your son
Very
believe.
rude.
Yes, thank you.
Why are you so sure there's a Santa Claus?
Because my daddy told me so.
Uh-huh.
Didn't you, Daddy?
Didn't you, Daddy? Yeah, you gonna say you lied to your son?
My daddy wouldn't tell me anything that wasn't so. Would you, Daddy?
Thank you, Tommy.
I love how he lifts him up.
Goodbye, Daddy.
I love him.
Don't forget a real official football helmet.
Bless Tommy's little heart. I love him. Yeah, what you gonna do? Now you're gonna argue and say, no, Santa Claus isn't real. I lied to my son. He's so adorable. I can't. Yeah, what are you gonna
Your
do?
Honor,
now?
the state of New York concedes the existence of Santa Claus.
Woohoo! Yeah.
But in so conceding, we ask that Mr. Gailey cease presenting personal opinion as evidence. The state could bring in hundreds of witnesses with opposite opinions. Mr. Gailey now submit authoritative proof that Mr. Kringle is the one and only Santa Claus.
I'm prepared to show that Mr. Kringle is Santa Claus on the basis of competent authority.
Not at this time, Your Honor.
I was gonna say, how
I asked
would
for
you?
an adjournment until tomorrow.
But yeah, how would you?
Well, sort of a trial about him.
You mean like for a murder?
No.
That kind of a trial. It's just because he says he's Santa Claus.
But I've got a feeling he is Santa Claus, Mother.
I'm sure he misses you and...
Then I'm going to write him a letter right now and cheer him up.
You are so sweet. Oh, look at the tinsel on that tree. Dear Mr. Kringle, my mother says you are sad. Now I'm writing to you because I want you to be happy again and to tell you that I believe all you told me and everything will turn out fine. I even believe you will get me the present I asked for. I hope you are not sad. Yours truly, Susan. I love how she couldn't spell believe. What's Mom gonna say? I believe in you too. Aww. Wow, look at all those bags of mail and the envelope. Where are you throwing them? Chris Kringle, New York County.
Hey, here's a new one. I seen him ride to Santa Claus, North Pole, South Pole, and every other place.
He claims that he's Santa Claus, and the DA claims that he's nuts.
Santa Claus.
Read it for yourself, right on the front page.
Hey, Lou, how many Santa Claus letters we got down at the dead letter office?
I don't know.
Is
There
he
must be
gonna
about...
get all the letters and give it to him?
It'd be kind of nice to get rid of them, wouldn't it, huh? And after all, why should we be bothered with all that stuff, huh? Load them with all that Santa Claus mail and deliver it to Mr. Kringle down at the courthouse.
Oh, that's so sweet. I wonder if the letters are going to be like the proof that they give, because it just shows of how many children believe in him.
I even... This is worth more to me than all the governors and mayors in the world.
It's tall and it's wide. I imagine letters.
The defense has yet to offer one concrete piece of evidence to substantiate this preposterous claim.
Hold the thought.
I'd like to submit the following facts and evidence. It concerns the Post Office Department, an official agency of the United States government. The first Postmaster General was Benjamin Franklin.
Oh, that's right. I'm so glad I'm taking U.S. history again because I have forgotten so much stuff.
Your Honor, the figures I have just quoted indicate an efficiently run organization.
Mm-hmm.
United States postal laws and regulations make it a criminal offense to willfully misdirect mail or intentionally deliver it to the wrong party.
Uh-huh.
Then, Your Honor, I want to introduce these pieces of evidence.
I'll take them, please.
I have here 3 letters. They're addressed simply Santa Claus. I offer them as positive proof that a competent...
3 letters, Your Honor, are hardly positive proof.
How about 3,000 letters?
I have further exhibits, Your Honor, but I hesitate to produce them.
Please produce them.
Yes. Produce them, Mr. Gill.
Yeah, let's produce
them.
them.
On my desk. Them here on the desk.
On the desk? Are you sure? Yee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Holy cow! 90, 20, 21. Oh my word! And you wanted them on the desk. Oh, look at his face. He's so happy.
Every one of these letters is addressed to Santa Claus. The post office has delivered them. Therefore, the Post Office Department, a branch of the federal government, recognizes this man, Kris Kringle, to be the one and only Santa Claus.
There you go.
Since the United States government declares this man to be Santa Claus, this court will not dispute it. Case dismissed.
Yay!
Thank you so much, Your Honor. And a very Merry Christmas to you.
Would you like to come to dinner tonight?
Tonight? Why can't?
Oh, right. Christmas Eve.
Oh, I forgot.
Look at the tinsel on the tree.
Yes, you know my assistant, Alfred.
Alfred!
Merry Christmas, Alfred.
Mr. Macy. Oh, Alfred.
Mr. Macy.
His x-ray machine. Oh my goodness, that's what they used to look like?
Chris, all I can say is the state Supreme Court declared you to be Santa Claus, and personally and professionally I agree with them.
Not the one Mr. Kringle was going to get for me.
What was that?
I think you'll still get it.
I don't suppose you even want to talk to me.
Something about a present.
Yes, I know.
Because you're not Santa Claus, that's
No.
why. And I shouldn't have believed you.
No, Susie.
You must believe in Mr. Kringle and keep right on doing it. You must have faith. Faith is believing in things when common sense tells you not to.
Yeah.
I believe. It's silly, but I believe.
Oh, she's adorable. I believe it's silly, but I believe.
This must be the turn here. Now you go straight for 4
No,
blocks.
I don't want to cry. I'm not going to cry.
Stop, Uncle Fred! Stop!
Susie!
And it's for sale. No. Don't do this to me. Again, I knew it. I knew it would happen, but I'm still like, what?
But this is my house, Mommy. The one I asked Mr.
Now,
Kringle for. It is. Mr. Kringle is Santa Claus.
Where are you going?
To see if there's a swing.
A swing. Oh. I do love to swing. I wish they had more like swings that are made for adults that are higher, because I do still love to swing. Get it, girl!
The sign outside said it's for sale. We can't let her down.
I never really doubted you. It was just my silly common sense. Oh, no, it can't be.
Oh,
it must have
yes.
been left here by the people that moved out.
No, darling.
Maybe I didn't do such a wonderful thing after all.
Yay! Da-da-da-dum. And a oh, my goodness gracious me. Miracle on 34th Street. So good. I like this one. I love the gentleman who played Santa. I know I said it during the reaction, but he just was so sweet and kind. Like, you could see the gentleness that he was giving to everybody, and it was so good. And it really has gotten me more into my Christmas spirit. So that's it for this reaction on Miracle on 34th Street, and I really loved it. It's just I'm going to add this to my annual Christmas movie watch, along with the slew of others that my family and I watch at Christmas every year. So it's getting added to the roster. Alrighty, so that's it. I'm going to end it right here, and I will say this just in case anybody who's watching it before, during, after, Merry Christmas. Thank you all for watching. Again, leave a like, a comment, any recommendations. I've got a slew of them right now, but I could always use more. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.